Hi. All right. I I can't really see who's signed on. So if you guys are there, give me a comment so I know that you're here. This is my first time. Actually, this is the first time ever going live on I've done like a couple random TikTok things, but um it didn't really it was different. So this is my first time using this platform at all. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Wait a couple minutes to make sure people are there. I see, I think mostly we got a couple of people on YouTube, it looks like. So that's awesome. I'm glad that that is working. Hey, Jillian. Hey. Yes. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, I'm so glad. I'm nervous. Can I just tell you guys that I'm nervous? Um, I'm not a huge, I don't know, putting myself out there is like it's actually like a difficult thing for me. So this is like a new chapter in my life and in my business trying to help people. But yeah, I'm definitely nervous to be on a live and um talking to you guys. Um so I'm just gonna give like a couple minutes to like let people enter, remember, join us. Um but I would love to just chat with you guys that are here while we wait a couple minutes. Abby, you recorded your birth. It was amazing. Oh, did you have like a photographer that did segments or did you just have like a GoPro and record the whole thing? Oh, baby too. Great. Jillian, I don't look nervous. Yeah, I have a big smile and it covers a lot of emotions, but I am. Oh, you set it up on your phone. Awesome. Did you have any problems with it, like your phone turning off? Did you just have to turn off screen lock to set it to like never? I really want the live to go smooth for all of you. All right, so we'll give it like a couple more minutes for people to show up. Ah, it recorded everything. Amazing. So this is broadcasting to the Facebook page and the YouTube page simultaneously. So I can see the comments from Facebook and from YouTube, but I don't think you guys can. I think you can probably only see the ones for the platform you're on. Um, so let's see. So I'm in Utah. Is anybody local? Anybody here in Utah? Where are you guys scattered across? Oh, I think Jillian saying that she thinks if I'm recording on my phone, it's only going to shut off if my phone dies. So even if I have an automatic turn off, I'm gonna have to do some like major testing. I'm I'm 36 weeks now. On Sunday, I'll be 37 weeks. So I'm doing a home birth, and I can't have the home birth unless I hit that 37-week window. So I'm really excited that we are almost there. It's Wednesday. So like half a week. And then I can get there. And I had my midwife appointment. So since I'm doing a home birth, my midwife, sometimes I go see her at her office, but most of the time she comes to see me. And so she brought the birth pool and the whole birth kit. So it was a really exciting appointment because I like got all my stuff and oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Um, Massachusetts. I'm actually from Maine originally. I'm living in Utah now, but I'm from Maine. So get a little excited when I see New England. Um, New York. I actually went to school in New York for a couple of years in Rochester at RIT. So I was upstate New York for a couple of years and I loved RIT. Didn't necessarily love the gray winters if you're from upstate, a lot of gray. Um, Abby, I thought it was a live birth. Yes. So it's so hard on TikTok to explain how this live event is going to go, because it's short 1-minute videos and it's limited what I can type. And so people were just, I got a lot of confusion. So I wanted to just have a live webinar so that we could hammer it out. You guys could understand. I really don't want you to miss it. And I really want you to, I want to be able to like make it the best I can for you guys. But it's a spontaneous birth. It's not an induction. So it's going to be when it is. So this is how we're pretty much going to do it. And I'll send you guys like a notification. So I'll get rolling here. Oh, Texas, Tennessee. I have not spent any time in either of those states. Let's see. I will jump in here and give you guys some info. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, great. I'm glad that's clearing it up a little bit for you, Abby. So it's kind of weird. Can I just tell you, it's kind of weird to just see comments. Like, I've been on the other side of lives, but I've never been on like this side reading the comments. And I just want to like hear your voices so bad, but it's okay. So let's see. So burp, burp, burp. Sorry, I lost my total thoughts. So if you guys, I don't know how much you know about me. My name is Katie, and I'm a birth researcher and a birth coach. And I did my master's thesis on traumatic birth. It's like this thick. I could show you guys. It's a giant book. I learned so much about birth trauma and traumatic birth. And I did that after I had my own traumatic birth. So I worked in the birth world before I had a traumatic birth. And my birth with my son, we were going for a home birth. I had a doula. I took hypnobabies. Trauma was nowhere on my radar. I had no idea that was even really like a thing. And then my birth went sideways. The first half of my birth was incredible and beautiful and amazing. And the second half of my birth was like a 180. And I left birth really not okay. And I was shook in a lot of ways, because I didn't see it coming. And I was like, how could I, being someone in the birth world, not have known that this was even like a possibility? And my amazing husband, his name's Adam, he was like, other people had to have experienced this. I want you to like look into that. Like, you can't be alone in this. And because the way that my some people responded to me made me feel incredibly alone in having trauma from birth. And so I started looking into it, and lo and behold, wow, it was a big world. And so I dug in, and I had to put up some strong advocacy to convince the school that I could do the project I wanted to do. And I did a lot of research. It was amazing. I learned so much. But one of the biggest things that I learned is that there are so many things that we can do to help eliminate and reduce a lot of these like triggers that people go through that create trauma. And I'm in no way saying that you can demand what birth is going to do, and that, you can do everything possible and things can go sideways because you're not in control of the whole process. But there is a lot we can do to prepare differently. So that's kind of what I specialize in helping people really setting themselves up to have these amazing births. And so I knew that I wanted to, one of the biggest things that I kept running into is that people just kept having trauma from, they really had no idea what to expect. And if they had had a clear picture, they would have prepared differently. I work with a lot of people who are like, I didn't really prepare myself at all. I packed a bag, but that's all I did because everybody in my life told me, don't worry about it. No big deal. Just go. You have the baby, you come back. And then they were kind of like, whoa, I wasn't ready for that. And I think that, birth is just incredible. That's why I do the work that I do. But the people I work with that have blissful births, like they are jealous of other people who get to go through labor, they're the people that have these close firsthand experiences with birth, that they got to be there and experience a positive birth. And it was like a paradigm shift for them. And I think that, so I wanted to make this course. I knew when I got pregnant that I wanted to use this birth as a way to make a course so that my clients could have as close to one of these personal experiences as possible. Because I feel like when we know what to expect, it just changes so much for us in how we prepare mentally, physically, emotionally, just knowing. So then I posted, so I was going to do that anyway. And then I posted a TikTok about what was said to me after my traumatic birth, and it like blew up, and the comments on that just like, oh, my heart it aches every time I read those comments because I was there, and I remember being there. And there were so many people just talking about how hurt they were. And I know how hurt you can end up, but I also know how beautiful it can go. And I'm on like this vendetta in life to just help as many people as I can have the beautiful side of birth. So that's when I decided, I think I'm going to live stream it. And that's kind of crazy for me because I am like a quieter, more private person. I mean, I don't even think there's a lot of you on this live and I'm nervous, so, but I just feel like if you guys have the chance to see the process, I think it could help a lot in how you think about it and how you prepare for it and deciding the path that you want to take and being ready for that, whatever that path is. Birth, there's no one better right path to birth. Your path has to be the right path for you and baby. And that's it, whatever that looks like. Just because, I am like so excited about having my home birth, and I'm staying here this time. I am staying here. I'm not transferring to the hospital. It's going to go amazing. But that doesn't mean that's right for everybody. And the place that you should give birth is the place that you feel the most comfortable. I just happen to feel the most comfortable here at my house. So yeah, that's how we got to like the live birth. So I'm not just going live on TikTok. Like, I think that maybe that would be like kind of the simplest thing to do. But I'm not simply going live on TikTok when birth starts because, well, one, I have clients and people that are really interested that aren't on TikTok. And so I wanted to be able to broadcast to multiple places. So it gives more people the availability. And so I'm using a platform called StreamYard. It allows me to send it out to like up to 5 locations. So I only really have the 2, the Facebook group and then the YouTube. But that's why I'm doing it like that. And then also because StreamYard gives me more control. So as it live broadcasts, it records it for me. So I will be able to have another set of footage for my course. I have a professional photographer that I'll be working with. That's going to be doing like the majority of the recording and everything for my own purposes and for the course. But I would, since I'm broadcasting it, I'd love to be able to pull from the broadcast footage too, because if that catches a moment or an angle that is amazing that she didn't catch, I really want to be able to include everything possible into the course. Since this is my last baby. I'm not making another one. I really don't like pregnancy. I love birth. I hate pregnancy. It's really hard on my body. So yes, birth. Yeah, I totally agree, Jillian. Birth is seriously incredible. Yeah, it's the stuff, it's just amazing. I mean, I love birth work. I love being there. I love being with people as they go through this process. And, you know, with all of them, with the family and supporting her, oh, it's just, I love it. I love it so much. And I just want, so many of us don't get the right stories. So many of us have our heads filled with endless stories of how terrible it is. And it can be, I was there, but I feel like it's fair to see the other side and to know the potential and what you can go after, you know? So, yeah, so that's the other reason I'm not just simply going live on TikTok, because StreamYard gives me the availability to use that footage again to help more people. And then like kind of the third reason is because I have tried live a couple times on TikTok, and it got weird and creepy really fast. And I don't really want to feel that way during birth. So having it be a process where people who are interested actually sign up and wait for a notification and log in, it's like, it's much more people that are interested and really want to be there for good intentions than just like somebody who clicks through the live and gets creepy and weird. And I also don't want that for like you guys either. I don't want the culture or the environment to be yucky for those of you who really are genuinely interested and want to be there and have a good experience. So yeah, that's why we're doing it this way. What else? Let me see. So how it will break down is when, oopsies. Sorry, I have like a little bit of notes over here. I'm trying to remember what to tell you guys. So when it starts, I'll send out an email. So when labor starts, early labor, I'll send out an email notification, and then I'll send out a text notification for those of you who signed up for that. So if you didn't put your number in, I highly suggest it because I have no idea when birth is going to happen. So getting a text like, hey, we're going live. And then you can check your email and click the links and bring up the page or whatever you want. I know for me personally, I would miss it if I didn't have a text notification because I don't check my email very often. My personal email. And I get like a ton of spam also, so I would definitely miss it. Yes, Autumn, it is amazing what us women can do. It is amazing what you can do and what you can give to yourself in the process of birth. You're not just birthing a baby, you're birthing yourself. There's a whole new you coming through. It is a really amazing process. So yeah, notification when it starts. It's going to be this same webinar type platform. So the same two places. I'll have the links in the email so you can just click them and show up. If you want to use the Facebook page, then it's a private group. So go request it sooner rather than later, because I'm sure when birth is starting, I won't be really super into like checking constantly and approving people constantly. So just do it sooner rather than later if that's where you want to be, or you can do the YouTube page. So in early labor, my plan is what I'm thinking, and you guys can give me feedback on this. What I'm thinking is in early labor, I'd love to like pop on for a period of time, show you guys what an early labor contraction looks like, show you what the next step of an early labor contraction looks like, answer questions, hear what you have to say, like it be engaging. But I don't necessarily see like leaving it on, because early labor can be hours and hours and hours. It's my second baby, so I'm hoping not days, but early labor can be a long time. And I don't necessarily think you guys need to just watch me like take a nap for 2 hours or eat a sandwich, but the important stuff I want you to see. So I'm thinking I will like come on, engage with you guys, show you what an early contraction looks like, what a little bit later progression looks like, feels like, answer questions. And then later when birth starts to pick up and is really moving, that's when I want to just put the camera up and on and I'll leave it. That's my goal. My goal is to just like have it there so you guys can see and put it in like a really optimum place so that you guys can kind of just view and what the process is. So when labor is really going, I won't be like focused on engaging with you guys or answering questions at that time. I'll be focused on birth, and my team will be focused on birth as well. So it will be there like for you guys, but not like I won't be answering comments or things like that, if that makes sense. Is this all making sense to you guys? Did I lose you? Questions? Anything? Okay, crickets. Okay. Is anybody still there? Am I talking to myself? Jillian, hi. Okay, at least Jillian's there. So let's keep talking to Jillian. Okay, Jessica's there too. Yes, fly on the wall point of view. Exactly. So that's my absolute goal, is to leave it like that. But my babe is trying to bust into the room. Oh, great. Melissa's still here. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Autumn's still here. Okay. It's so strange being on this side of the camera, you guys. I can't I don't know what's going on at all. So it's very strange. So that's my goal, is to leave it fly on the wall point of view, and you guys can really just be in the moment with me and see what those moments are like, the hard moments and the easier moments. See what my team does to help me regulate. See how Adam, my partner, helps me stay in and regulate my body and my breathing. See what we do for pain management techniques. All the things. Just really be there, present with me. I can't. Here's the caveat. I can't guarantee what's going to happen, because no one's going to be like paying attention for like technical problems that pop up, or for like a power outage, or if the cord gets pulled, or weird stuff like that. And I hope that you guys understand this part, but I also am giving my team full permission to like power it down if they feel that the pressure of being live is having a big negative effect on the birth. My goal is to just forget about it so that I can be as real and true and authentic as I would be if nobody was there, and that you guys can have a real, true, authentic experience. But obviously, like I've never done something that intimate and personal on a live for all to see. So I'm absolutely doing everything I can to prepare spiritually and mentally and emotionally to just like let it go, because I really want you guys there. But I am giving them permission to help me not have another traumatic birth. I have to put the health and safety of the birth and baby and me above the course I want to make, above the live, above everything. I hope you guys understand that. I desperately want it to go so amazing and have all you there for the whole thing. That's my goal. I just want to be fair in letting you know that I can't 100% guarantee what will or won't happen. I have a great feeling it's gonna go wonderful. But I just want to be open and honest with you guys. Oh, thank you. 100% understand. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear my maniac son running around in the background. He's just running to my door and laughing, and then running off. He's two. Okay, so the last thing I just wanted to clear up, there's been confusion about the website. The link in my bio on TikTok, katieduguay.com. I'm sorry. I'm not good at tech. I have worked my big old butt off to figure out all these moving parts. Man, there are so many behind the scenes parts to do something like this. Even just this webinar, there's things I got to connect and move, and I don't know, it's a lot for me. So I did. I don't know if you guys saw it. I made a TikTok and I was like, yep, crashed my website, like did all this. So I'm just trying. And so I moved to a new platform and I'm trying to figure it all out. And so the first page when you go, it's the sign up for this webinar, which I'll probably either do a replay for people or maybe do another live one. I don't know, just so people have the info. But that's the first page, was sign up for the webinar so that you could come and have any questions answered and know how to get to the live, because I don't want you to miss it. And then the second page was like, congratulations, you signed up. And also, if you would like to, you can sign up right now to be notified when the live event happens. So that was the second page that you could put your info in to say like, yes, please notify me when the live event starts. And after that, it was like, congratulations, you signed up for the live event. And that last page, this is where I think I really lost people, because they were like, wait, I thought it was free. This is $47. This webinar, it is free. And the live event is free. The live birth is free. The $47 thing is that the course that I am making, I got so many emotional responses and so many questions after I said I was going to live stream. And I know that I won't be able to explain during the live all the things that are happening and all the pieces, but that's why I'm making the course. And so I just put it on there. I'm sorry I did it in a confusing way. I just put it on there because for anybody that wanted that extra deeper layer of explanation and wanted to understand what happened when and why and what the key moments were, I wanted them to have, any of you that wanted that, I wanted you to have an early bird like access to that course. It's obviously not, the course obviously isn't done yet because the birth hasn't happened yet, but I don't normally pre-sell or discount like my courses like that. I don't know. I just feel so emotionally connected to the people that reached out and really wanted help. So I just wanted to make it more accessible and more available to the people who wanted that. I hope that clears that up. Does it? Anyone? Crickets. Okay, cool. So that is kind of my explanation for everything. Do you have any questions? Do you guys confused about anything, or is there anything that you really want to see during the live event? Are there any big, drop a comment of your what you're really nervous about, or what you like, why you're really coming, and if you don't want to make a public comment, you can also message me on Birth to Babes on Facebook and Instagram. If you go on those pages, they look pretty dead because I really don't enjoy making content for Facebook or Instagram. I'm so bad at this technical stuff, you guys. It's a lot harder than making TikTok content. So, but you can't, but I do check the messaging. So you can absolutely always message me there if there's anything like, I really want to know what you're, what you're concerned about and what you are looking for in the live event, and your perspectives and your hopes and, all those things. Cause I just want to be able to set it up as best as possible for you guys. So Autumn says, what is your due date? I am technically due April 3. So as of Sunday, I'm free and clear, and it's pretty normal to go anywhere up to 42 weeks. So that would be 2 weeks post April 3. My son was 41 weeks. I am hoping that this babe decides that she's in more of a rush than he was because I don't want to go to 41 weeks. Yeah, what time is it going to be? Again, it's spontaneous. So it's not an induction. So that's why I have that, the page where you can register for the live event, and you can put in your phone number and your email, so you can get the text that will alert you, and you can get the email with all the links and things. I'm excited to see the real deal. Other birthing videos out there are fairly unrealistic. Yeah. Birth videos are amazing, right? But they don't, they don't give you all the moments. They don't give you some of them. I've seen some that just make you cry. They're just so beautiful. But there's a lot of ups and downs, you know. I don't know if any of you are hikers. I'm from New England and I grew up hiking a lot and um hiking mountains, there's a lot of like false summits. So you're hiking and you're like, I see it, it's right there. And you get there and you're like, mother, that's not it at all. there's there's a lot of those ups and downs and the gritty. And there's a lot of moments where I'm like, I sit down and I'm like, I am so tired. Why did I do this? And I'm hungry and like there's a whole journey to hiking a mountain and getting to the top. But you don't see that when you just see the pictures somebody posts from the top of the mountain. You don't see the whole journey. You don't see, and a lot of times you're like, I don't know why they did that. I could drove up there, like got the same view. And if you don't ever hike a mountain, you don't ever see the process, then you don't know why. You have no idea what the process is like. I feel like it's the same thing, for birth, like exactly what Jillian's saying. Like the real deal is so different than a 2-minute polished birth video. I cry a lot at them too. Zumi, we do have a name, but it's a secret. The secret name. We did the same with my son. So, anything else, you guys? Questions, comments, concerns? If you guys know anyone who would be interested, feel free to, direct them to my TikTok or tell them about it. Even if they don't have TikTok, because especially, anybody that would be interested. I don't want to say especially a certain type because that's not true. Anybody that, can benefit. I know, what made you want to do a live event? Yeah, I talked about that a little bit in the beginning. So I work with birth. Well, I'd like to say blissful births instead of birth trauma because I try to help people avoid birth trauma, but by helping them have blissful, amazing births. And my graduate research is in birth trauma, and I learned so much. I developed a whole protocol. I have a program I run people through so that they get an individualized birth report that they can give to their birth team so that they can eliminate triggers and have a much peacefuler, better birth. So I knew when I got pregnant, I was already doing this work, and I knew when I got pregnant, I wanted to make a course so that people could see what birth was really like. And then I had some really emotional responses to some TikToks that I made, and it just really hit home for me that how many people just need an understanding and want help, and how many people end up with trauma. And so that's kind of where I got pushed in the direction of doing the live, because one of the biggest things my research and my work has showed me is that when people don't know what to expect, that's one of the biggest ways they run into trauma. And so the course is going to be amazing, and it's going to help a lot of people, and I'm really excited to make it and get it out there. But the live is just another opportunity to help people that either are pregnant now and won't have the availability to benefit from the course before their pregnancy, or who don't have it in their budget to buy a course. It's just another way that I can reach out and help people. And I've been there. I've been on the side of traumatic birth. I get it. I've seen the amazing blissful births, and I have been part of them. I didn't do the birthing myself in those situations, but so I know both sides. I really feel connected with helping people have this close personal experience so that they can have an amazing blissful birth. What made you choose an at-home birth? All of my birth work, actually. For me personally, I don't feel super at ease in hospitals. I feel more on edge. I feel like I'm here because something's wrong. I've only really ever been to a hospital when something's wrong. It's not like a peaceful place for me. And as someone who has gone in and supported many women through the process of birth, for me, it just didn't feel natural. All of the machines and all the cords and being hooked up to things and sitting in a bed, and it just felt so like it was stripped of all the goodness. And that's not true for everybody. I don't want to shame or blame anybody. I have been part of some beautiful hospital births. Some people have amazing hospital births, but for me personally, it just didn't feel the way I wanted it to feel. I didn't, and I think a lot of what I've seen, in hospitals is there's a certain expectation. So they talk to you a lot of times like they do so many births and they normally follow a certain pattern, and so they have like an assumption a lot of the times that you're okay with a lot of the things that I just don't want. I'm much more holistic. I'm much in all of my life. I'm much more lower intervention. If I can do things with less medical intervention, less pharmaceuticals, less is just how I prefer things. So yeah, my personal experiences with birth, even though I was part of and helped women through some really amazing, beautiful hospital births, I always felt for me, I always was in those situations thinking for me, I wouldn't want it this way. And I was, because doing birth work, it just gives you exposure. And anytime you have exposure to things, you get to evaluate, does this resonate with me or does it not? So, right. Pregnant women are not sick. Natural is amazing. I can't wait to see that home birth. A lot of videos were in hospitals. Yeah. There's a lot of hospital stuff out there because it's, I think, the most common, popular way. And it's what we're really told to do, right? Well, I can't speak for everybody, but most of the people that I work with come from this background narrative of like not talking about birth like it is a big deal. And I think that that's unfortunate because just because something happens commonly or frequently doesn't mean it's a casual experience or it doesn't deserve emphasis or it's not a big deal. So, yeah, I think a lot of the people I work with unless they have a close personal experience, they have the narrative of like, well, it's just birth. Like I get pregnant and I go see the doctor and the doctor tells me what to do. And then I just go to the hospital and I have a baby and I come home. And for some of those people, for like half of those people, that works out great. But for half of those people, it doesn't work out great at all. And they really wish they had an experience, a personal experience, known what to expect, all those things. Why are women not allowed to eat during labor? Well, so the research on that shows you should eat during labor. At hospitals, they tell you can't. It was one of the things I don't like, because birth is a marathon and you need energy and you need hydration. And in all natural settings, you would be consuming things to stay where you need to be. From all of my best knowledge, it comes from the idea that if you need surgery, you shouldn't have anything in your body so that you can't, like, they don't want you to vomit and aspirate. And I do believe that's pretty outdated now. I don't have the technical research data on the tip of my tongue right now for you, but I believe in the old days when you would have to have a C-section, that could have been dangerous. If your stomach was full and the anesthesia that they used then, that could have been dangerous. But now, like, they don't They don't typically, unless it's a very strange situation, they don't typically like knock you out fully. And it's usually like epidural situation and you're awake and you can turn your head if you need to puke and those types of things. But it's liability. It's liability for the hospital. It's not based on best practice for a normal birth. It's based on hospital liability. So if you do a birth center or a home birth, you eat and you drink. If you do a hospital, depending on your facility, you might have to advocate for that. I don't really know what they would do if you were like, are you gonna wheel me out of here while I'm 8 centimeters? I'm having a snack. I don't really know. I don't really know the protocol. I don't know if the guard comes in and takes your chips away. I'm not really sure what happens. But yeah, that's why. But a lot of women eat. Well, it's different too. The experience is very different if you like have an epidural versus don't have an epidural. So if you have an epidural, you're not going through, hopefully, right? The goal is that it worked appropriately and you're not going through those like intense highs of contractions. And so you're probably going to feel your hunger a lot more and be much more in tune with like, man, I wish I could eat. I wish I could drink. I'm just sitting here. But for a lot of people who don't have an epidural, you eat early and at some point you kind of go into labor land and you're not really very interested or focused on that. Your birth team is like pushing fluids basically to keep you hydrated and maybe like some snacky things like a popsicle or, things that'll go down easy, broth, electrolytes, things that will keep you going, but are easy to get in and keep in. Because things like, honestly, it's pretty common to vomit during labor. So if you have a lot of heavy stuff in there, it might be coming back out anyway. Yeah. Anything else from you guys? I definitely don't want to keep you all night. Let's see. Yeah, so, there's not a lot of chatter. I hope you guys have the info you need. So if you want the text message of when early labor starts so that you can be aware, then make sure to go back and put your info in and with your phone number. And that's the only reason I'm going to text you. I don't have anything to text you about other than that. But if you want that, then go put that in. And other than that, stay tuned and share the TikToks so that we can get, as many people that want that experience can have exposure to it as possible, because I obviously can't recreate it. It's kind of a one and done scenario. So that is it for me. I'm going to end the broadcast unless anybody else pops up in like the next 60 seconds with anything that they want. Any questions, comments, concerns? So excited. I am so excited too. And thank you, Jillian, for being a very active participant. Because it's helped me to have someone stay in touch with. Okay, cool. So I'll see you all on TikTok, and I will see you guys hopefully sooner. So I know when to watch. You used to broadcast. Where, on what? Does it get easier? It's difficult. Because I'm just in a room kind of talking to myself, looking at myself. It's very peculiar experience. especially for somebody who doesn't do like public speaking or a lot of outreach or anything like that. Okay. Well, I yeah, the comments are so helpful. I will tell you that. It's when it's crickets, it's kind of like you're just unaware. And the strange thing is I'm unaware if there's like 2 of you on here, 3 of you, 20 of you. I really don't know. I'm sure somewhere on this I might get like statistics. I don't somewhere I'll have to find it. I don't know. But all right. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm so appreciative that you joined tonight. And again, if you have anything you want to send my way, what makes you anxious, what makes you excited, for your own birth, for the live event, anything that you think you want included, send me a message on, I know you can't really message on TikTok, but you can message me on Instagram or Facebook, or you can email me. You can email me now. Yeah, you should have my email. Again, I'm bad at tech, so sorry. But you could definitely message me on Facebook or Instagram at Birth to Babes. So you guys have just such a fantastic night, and thank you.